Welcome, guys. This is going to be the Wood Cycle Country After Hours podcast. I'm Adrian A. I'm the team lead for Indian Motorcycle and Royal Enfield over here. I do have some of my great counterparts with us, part of the team that we're going to be doing some introductions. We'll start going around the table here, over here with Landon.
How's it going? Landon Smith, work at Wood Cycle Country. I'm the shop foreman. I've been here just about 10 years now. Love it. Hell yeah.
Roland Cortez, Make Ready PDI manager. Second tour here at Wood Cycle Country. A few years, maybe 5, 6, somewhere around there. Lose count after a while, but love it.
Hell yeah. Name's Nick Secrest. Work in the parts department here at Wood Cycle Country. Been here for 10 years. Trailing Adrian by, I think, 1. So,
Pretty close.
yeah. Also, I'm the work in the parts department and the on-road ambassador. Do a lot of the bike nights, bunch of the rides, anything to deal with 2 wheels. Usually have something to do with it. So,
Oh yeah, I'm Ryan Martin. I'm the service manager here at Woods. I've been here for 6 years, I believe.
Jesus.
6 whole years.
Yeah.
So, as you see, we kind of have some different talent here with us at this table. Some of these guys have been heavily involved with racing, not just 2 wheels, but 4 wheels as well, too. So with that being said, we'll kind of go into this introduction here and kind of talk about some important subjects that I think we'd all like to share some information with y'all on. Starting with the very first thing, essentially the industry, how we got here, what ties us into that industry, and kind of, where we came from, some of the background. First thing I'll go ahead and lead into is what brought you into this industry? How'd you get here? And honestly, I'm just going to be honest with everybody. I wasn't always part of this industry. I didn't always like motorcycles. There was a point in time that didn't care about them. But it really kind of started with my father, who got a bike whenever I was younger in my teen years. And it really, really, really grew from there. That being said, as I was old enough to get a motorcycle license, I got that, jumped on a bike as fast as I could, and have kind of been riding ever since. Look back, 17 years later, still riding, wouldn't change it for anything at all. But with that also being said, leading me into this industry has been the best thing possible. I've got to meet a lot of cool people, do some really fun stuff, and travel to some really cool places. Once again, wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Landon, how'd you get here? What led you here to this place in this industry?
Man, I kind of follow the same track as you. I never really wanted to be in any portion of the mechanics industry. Wasn't really something my heart was set on. I did a lot of 4-wheeling and grew up in the country, a small town. And
West Texas.
Yeah, West Texas.
Yeah.
And man, I was 15. I had a wild spur, and I was like, man, I want 2 wheels. Went, found my first bike, and family Powersports, bought it, put 20,000 miles on it.
Yeah, we're going to edit Family Powersports.
Well, I mean, they started me in the industry. I got to give them a little bit of respect.
Absolutely.
And
That's got to start
I'm
somewhere.
thankful to them for getting me to where I am now. After about a year of having that bike, I actually went and applied there. Ended up being a PDI importer. So at 15, I'm now getting to be in this awesome industry. Bikes, boats, side-by-sides, really exciting. Was there for about a year and a half, 2 years. They offered to help me out with school a little bit. Went to MMI. 18, I was gone. Phoenix, was going to school, working full-time at another motorcycle dealer, and graduated. And, man, searched around Texas for a little bit. Within a week of being back, I found this place. I found Woods. And I got to meet Mark Sheffield. I got to meet Joe Silvernail. I got to meet Mark Woods. Longest interview I ever had. And I've never been so excited about something ever. Mark Sheffield, thank you for walking me around, telling me how you wanted it, where you expected. Being in this industry, I've gone from cocky to confident. And I'm really inspired by the people and the growth that I've had at this place. Thankful to Ryan, Adrian. We're an industry where we push each other so far and so fast. I'd like to shout out to TX4. We started side-by-side racing, something I'm extremely passionate about. I've got several motorcycles. I'm buying my own Razor right now. Second one, take 2. set it up for
Yeah.
racing. Hopefully start next year.
Nice.
Man, I'm super stoked, and can't think of any other industry I'd want to be in, ever.
Cool. That's good. That's good to hear. As you heard from Landon there, the passion starts early with us. It's going to be a little bit different for each one of us, kind of where it starts, but it's there. That's one of the things about the motorcycle industry and the enthusiasts and the people that work with it, for it, in it. We're all passionate about this. We love it. This is what we eat, sleep, dream every single day. Next, we'll have Roland here who'll kind of elaborate on what brought him into this industry and how he got here.
50 years ago. No, I'm just kidding.
Can he remember?
Yeah. I started out, man, I was passionate about the photo finishing industry, and that's where the majority of my younger years was. I still pursue photography to this day, but needed something different. I got into car business, which was, it was pros and cons.
Business.
It was the car business, and I wanted out. I had an opportunity to go to a dealership in San Antonio, which was something I never thought I would do. But I was already passionate about motorcycles at that point, so I pursued it, and here I am 20 plus years in the industry. First motorcycle I bought was at 16 years old, in pieces, basket case. I put it together myself. Still have it to this day, 70 years later.
Collecting dust.
Collecting dust, yeah. But very passionate about motorcycles, side-by-sides, power sports in general. I can't say I ride right now. I'm kind of in between. Don't really know what I want to do as far as motorcycles, other than finish my 78 Suzuki GS 750 and put that back on the road, and my 72 Honda CT90. Take that out to Terlingua. It's got to see the West Texas and the burros. But 20 plus years, I'm here. This is my home. I left and thinking that the grass was greener and decided to come back, and I'm not going anywhere until they beat me out of this place. But work with a great crew. It's good to see like-minded people in our industry that are just as passionate about the industry, anything with 2 wheels, 4 wheels, watercrafts, I mean, just everything. We all enjoy it, and I don't think there's anybody in this place that doesn't enjoy it. But, yep.
I agree, definitely. Roland, you couldn't have said it better. So Roland, once again, runs our PDI department back there. He's kind of what I would consider the veins of this entire company. A lot runs through him. If you bought a machine, there's a 99% chance that Roland and his team assembled it for y'all. If y'all got accessories on your machine at the time of purchase, probably 100% chance Roland and his team assembled it for y'all. So very important part of our business here, day to day. And then next we've got Nick Secrest, who mentioned earlier he was kind of trailing me, in the time he spent here. Well, with that being said, I've kind of jumped to a lot of different positions. Nick has always been in parts, but he's done more than just parts. Nick has really expanded our footprint when it comes to our bike nights, social media, and just kind of getting ourselves exposed out there when it comes to the two-wheel community. So I'm going to go ahead and let Nick elaborate on how he wound up here and what he's doing now.
Shoot. Thanks. That was a badass introduction. As far as how I got in the industry, I would always come here and buy parts from Woods. This has been the only dealership I've actually been at. But before here, I was a restaurant manager at Chipotle, and doing my time there, you know what I mean, managing a bunch of employees in a restaurant, as fun as that sounds. Bought my first ZX6R. Me and Adrian had the first, what was it, a Stardust flat white ZX6.
Yes, sir.
The first 636 that came out back in 2013. So came in here.
Race bike with the license plates.
Race, exactly. It was a fun bike.
If y'all guys
Very
don't know
torquey.
about that bike, the 2013 ZX6 was the second generation of the 636 to come back out. Very popular bike in the middle 2000s. It's an extra 36 cc's that none of the other 600s had. Sorry, guys, y'all just couldn't keep up. So Cowie was cool enough to bring it back again, and they've stuck back to that tradition of keeping the 636 around. So that's that bike that Nick references that we both had. And
Sorry to interrupt you,
still-
Bill.
No.
still miss a lot. But once again, Nick, tell us what you do for the racing community out here and how you're part of that.
Shoot, so I instruct with Harris Hill with the This Is How We Ride program, And basically what we do there is we just teach everybody either whatever level you have, we make you understand what the bike's going to do, and hopefully at the end of it, we just help you become better. Definitely got real interested in, obviously, our matching ZX6s that we had, and then Garrett with the third one, you know what I mean? So
We have a taste for good bikes.
definitely great bikes. Graduated from there, though. Got a few ZX10s in the past. Currently on a 2019 ZX10 RR and building a 2016 track day project, which that's been fun. It's been everything that I could do to make this bike run and get it from start to finish. So should be out here pretty soon by summertime.
We'll hold him to that, guys, by the way. We'll get an update in a couple months.
He's
see
going to
where
get a
that bike's at.
side-by-side to race one of these years as well.
Landon keeps wanting me to get a side-by-side. Almost
Come
bought a
on.
KRX.
Somebody-
so that we
come
can all
on.
Somebody's
have
got to
some
help
fun.
flip Landon back over. That's why.
Hey, man, I like to go fast.
He did mention get a winch on mine. I don't know what that was for. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Now, one thing about Nick also is that if you've never been to any of our bike nights, we don't just have our branded bikes out there. I mean, we have Slingshots, we have Ducatis, we have Harleys. I mean, the amount of people that show up to our bike nights is amazing, but it's because of the passion that this dude puts into it and spreading the word and the social media and everything. I mean, it's a lot of work. But when you show up to one of our bike nights and you see the crowds there and people from all parts of the industry of different brands, it's like, okay, this is where it's at.
I mean, our
This
goals-
is what we do it for, to get everybody together
It's that
who's
shared
passionate
passion.
about
Yep.
the same
Hell yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Goals to bring the community
Absolutely.
together, whether you're on 2 wheels or 4.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're all
But
here
yeah,
for the same
kills
reason.
it. Kills it for our
Appreciate it,
social media and the overall exposure for the dealership. Absolutely.
Definitely try. And the biggest thing too is like, bringing, there used to be back in the day, like I guess from what I've seen is a difference between track riders and street riders, and bringing that together has been one of my goals that I didn't know I had until I guess a few years ago, that it started to actually like connect and happen. But definitely bringing someone from the street onto the track is
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
probably the best feeling I have, and that's how I got into instructing with Harris Hill. And thanks Craig, who runs the whole program over there.
Shout out Craig at Harris Hill.
Yes, definitely learned a lot from that guy. A lot of talks, definitely. So instructing with them with the This Is How We Roll course, and any of my students that I've ever had out there, definitely have progressed since then. Robles is on my tail, if not faster than me now. We went out this last Monday, and I'm telling you, like, he was like, let me see the line. Let me see the line one more time. Went back out there. Now he's on fire. Like, could not keep up with him. I'm like, man, you're clogging me up. I was doing this number, like, come on, come around me and do your thing, have some fun.
But I mean, Robles also, I mean, one of our loyal customers comes in here and brings all his people in here and just drives our industry also with referrals and
Definitely helps
know,
out a lot.
people like that. That's why we do this. Our customers, the people that we hang with, the people that we ride with, the people that we go out and, race with. That's
Hell yeah.
what we do it.
I think I'm the only one who calls him Robles. You guys might
No, I
know
call him
as,
Robles, too.
as Cowie James on all the social media platforms you see him at. So definitely a wizard behind anything Kawasaki is his key. But hell
Awesome.
yeah. Going
Ryan?
on to Ryan.
Yeah, Mr. Martin here. Thank you, Nick, for sharing that with us. Nick's been a really big part of our whole plan. I don't think he knew either that he had some goals
My
that
name
he
is
mentioned, but he is definitely driving our two-wheel race community and our bike nights harder and faster than ever before.
Whoa.
And he really brings this community together.
Keep it rated G.
I like
Yeah,
it.
my bad, guys. Yeah,
Bring it on.
keep it a little
Dios
G
mío.
for y'all. But it's really important what he does. The cultivation of this whole community and lifestyle. It's very important, and it starts with all of us. So leading into our next very important person here, who also plays a very important role, is Ryan Martin, and he is our service manager. And Ryan will tell you how he got here. I literally don't know how he got here, so this is going to be news for me.
His
So let's
position's
hear it.
very stressful. He's only 19 years old,
Yeah.
but he looks
I know he-
really old.
He looks about 50, but
Yeah, no, I'm only 35. You know, there was this light. It just came to me, and it just brought me down from
Those
the
are the
clouds.
cops. Those are the cops. You've been drinking, boy.
No, not at all. I got my first bike when I was 19 years old. That really just kicked off that passion. You know, I've always had a passion for kind of understanding how things worked and take shit apart when I was a kid and try to put it back together, you know, just try to figure out how things worked, right?
can you take this apart?
Yes, but I can't put it back together, buddy.
Sounds about money.
Not without some super glue. But yeah, I mean, my passion really started with I guess the mechanics of things, right? Trying to figure out how things work. I went to school, got my first bike, and then I was hooked. You know, like a lot of us, like what a lot of you guys said, you've had a bike when you were young, you got that bike, and you're like, hell yeah, you know, and you were just hooked, right? That's where it all started, was just getting on the bike, riding. It was something that I knew that I was passionate about. My life changed when I had my first kid when I was 20, and I was going to school at UTSA and studying out of a book for the next 3 years without being able to provide for my family, or at least in a way that I thought I could not provide for my family by studying. I had to do something, right? Love bikes. It was late at night. I remember watching TV, and a commercial came on for MMI. And I was looking at it. I was like, man, you know,
Got him.
Weird. I had that
Got
same
him.
moment too.
I could
Saw
do
that same
that.
commercial.
I think
Yeah, we
all-
probably
I
did.
think all three
We've
of us
all
are pretty
seen
much
it,
in that
you
same
know?
one, yeah.
We've all seen it. The guys in the blue, you know, button ups.
You-
They got the bikes.
If you went to
on the
MMI,
wheels.
just raise your hand now.
I saw the commercial and I knew I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. So
It all
I'll
started
for y'all
with the
guys.
commercial late at night, probably.
Yeah. Like
Go
1 o'clock in the
continue, yeah.
morning, you know. it's
So you saw the
commercial.
MMI commercial and eyebrow raised.
Dude, yeah, I was just like, you know what? I could do that. You know, I need to provide for the family. You know, I love working with my hands. I like tinkering with stuff, trying to figure out how it works. And I was just like, you know, I'm going to go do that because, of course, they advertise in that, you know, you can graduate within 12 months and have a certificate and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it did work out, not to bash MMI by any means. But I did go there. I looked at it going, okay, what's the most challenging course? Did my research. Everyone says Honda is the most challenging course because they grade you on flat rate. I was like, you know, I'm taking Honda. Didn't really have a brand specific that I just really loved. You know, I was just like, you know what? I need to provide. I need to do this. I want to go to school and challenge myself so that I can provide for my family. Went to MMI, took Honda, graduated probably top 3 or so. And that just kicked it off. So I've been in the industry ever since. I started off as a technician. I did not put in my time that I know you have and a lot of you guys have. Roland, you know, working on stuff. Adrian working on stuff. I probably spent about a year or so in the shop. And from there, kind of bounced around to different departments. I worked at a dealership in Midland. That's where I was wrenching. From there, I went to another dealership in San Antonio. That's actually where I met Roland. And I started off in the parts department. That's where they had an opening. And I said, hey, give me whatever you got, you know? Because I knew this industry, even though it's a small industry, it's a very big industry. A lot of people know each other. Like, I mean, you know guys in Austin, we know guys in Dallas. Like, everybody kind of knows everybody in this industry.
Or we've worked with one another at one point or another
Yeah,
at another
absolutely.
dealership. Or, hey, you worked with Shane. Oh yeah, Shane Talbert. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
general manager. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge industry, but
It's a small industry.
It's a huge industry with a small family.
definitely.
So I started off in parts, did that for a little while, did service riding, service management, had an opportunity to open up my own dealership from the ground up, partnering with a car dealership. That was a huge learning experience to get vendors and call them and set it up and get all the equipment, and then you're buying inventory. So that was a huge challenge, you know, and I've always been one that whenever I get a challenge, you know, I definitely try my best to step up to it in the best way that I can. We talk about like leaps of faith is really, really important to me. I've done several leaps of faith where it's either faith in the Lord above or faith in myself, knowing that I can do something. When I left college and went to MMI, that was a big leap of faith. I had faith in myself. I have to do this for my family, right? And I did, and I did okay with it, and then move in as a technician, flat rate technician. Also leap of faith. I mean, that's hard. I mean, flat rate technician, man, you gotta fucking hustle to make ends meet, right?
Yeah, but you can't sacrifice making money and causing a disservice for your customer.
Absolutely.
There's a very
It's
fine
a very
line.
fine line.
You
to
can
get
make
right.
money, or you can take care of your customer.
Yeah.
And I would much rather take care of my customer than make as much money as I could.
Very true point. But had to provide. So, leap of faith doing that. Leap of faith going from Midland to San Antonio, working in the parts department, something I've never done.
Totally different location.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different environment. Totally.
Absolutely.
When I was in the phone room, just answering phone calls, going, "Oh fuck!" But I relied on my technical experience to help me through that. When the guy calls up and says, "Hey man, I need to do an oil change on my bike," cool, oil. Oil filter, crush washer. Hey man, have you done air filter? Have you done spark plugs? How many miles do you have? What do your tires look like? Blah, 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 right? And it just grows and grows and grows. And Roland helped me out do a lot of that as well as we work together. It's been fun.
That's good, man. So what I hear is you keep using that word leap of faith.
Yeah.
I'm a add on to that. Your leap of faith was not just a leap of faith, but it was a challenge as well too. So every
100%.
time you had that leap of faith, it was the challenge as well that came
Yeah.
with it. And it looks like you excelled every time you took that leap of faith onto that next challenge over and over and over.
Yeah.
So this is where you're at now, and I think you probably have nothing but challenges ahead of you, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Going into what we plan on doing, in
Yeah.
the next year and a half or so. I mean, we plan on expanding service department, growing our brand more.
Growing
Not
the
only
industry.
that, yeah,
as a whole.
growing the industry, and really our customer base is growing as well. I mean, New Braunfels
100,000 plus
is
people.
growing so freaking fast.
Little Austin.
Yeah, that we also have to grow and step up to the challenge of how can we best take care of our customers,
Absolutely.
Definitely.
and it's a big challenge.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're all, not just myself, but all of us here on this table, I think we're ready for that. I think
Well, we're here for the
step up.
customer, and we've got so many customers. Now we have to step up.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think though, back whenever like you and me first started, I guess, how small it was, and that wall being up and not blowing out where the mirrors were at, and growing this into the actual part of the dealership,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just seeing that go down and everything. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
And
with that said,
growth from now.
where we are right now was our PDI department.
Oh yeah.
There was a wall very close to where we are now. It was very small.
It's a lot different.
It is awesome to see where we've come, where we've gone, and the support system that we have. Ryan, man, you and I have pushed each other for so long. Adrian's one of those people that you get excited to talk to. You get excited to be around. Nick's the same way. You
Yeah.
go out to bike night. You go to Harris Hill. You go to King of Hammers. Dude, there's a smile on every single one of our faces, and when we see each other in a crowd, it's like the first time we ever met each other, like becoming best friends, like we just started school together.
It's that slow run toward one
Roland, dude, whether it's bicycles,
Yeah,
whether it's photography, food, huge food buffs. We love food.
We love food.
Wherever we go, we're
Yeah.
representing.
I'm wearing Spanx right now. You can't
our-
really tell I eat that much.
Well, we represent our community. We represent our
Spanx.
By the way,
customers.
any good food recommendations, leave them in the comments below. We'll
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
try them,
We'll
and I'd
evaluate
love to
them
do
for you.
another
Yeah.
video on it.
What are you
for
craving?
sure.
I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
I'll lead you in the right direction.
Saturday
also-
night, Nama.
One of the things that I look forward to every year, and I kind of introduced a lot of the people here to it, is the hand-built motorcycle show. Got to give those
Like
guys a
to
shout.
shout out to the shirt.
Yeah.
Hand-built.
Hand-built motorcycle
That
show,
goes in
man.
the dark, by the way.
If you-
It does go in the dark.
If you've never been, when we're talking about like-minded people, that's
Oh, yeah.
like-minded people. Year before last, I went and saw this dude looking at this motorcycle for like 30 minutes. Went and stood next to him. I was like, and he goes, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I think it's awesome." I said, "You can tell they put a lot of time and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it." He was like, "I go, what do you think?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, it's a work of art." I was like, All right, Keanu Reeves, it was nice meeting you. And I walked away. It's Keanu Reeves just standing there and enjoying this motorcycle as much as I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
But that's our industry. That's what we'd like to do, and that's who we meet. This is the kind of people that we love to be around.
Enthusiasts.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
much so. If you haven't gone out and rode on a motorcycle, you're missing out, really, honestly. And I hope you don't go to your deathbed not being able to ride, because truly you're missing out. And you can understand whenever I say it's something you don't want to miss out on. Please don't. It's a really fun thing. It's something you can do with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and honestly with strangers. I can definitely tell you these guys have stories where they've ran into people out on the streets that were riding motorcycles, riding four-wheelers, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and you connect with that person just because you're doing the same thing. You don't even have to know the person. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, you're like best friends. That's what I love about this industry. That's what I'll keep coming back for. I'll keep coming to this place, and I'll stay here. I'll never go anywhere else.
We've had a lot of fun tonight. This is the first time we've gotten the opportunity to do this. I want to thank Woods for bringing us to this. I want to thank Tony for amazing drone footage. Please look up Woods, look up TX4 drone footage, Philip, Landon. It's really rad. You get to see kind of how exciting this is. He's the inspiration for most of the pictures that we have, not excluding Adrian and our beautiful man, Roland. Dude, the last thing I wanted to bring up is the kids in our community. If you have kids that are interested or don't know or are excited about two wheels or side-by-sides or four-wheelers, bring them in. Give us an opportunity to show you what this community is about.
Yeah.
If you've never ridden a motorcycle, give us an opportunity to recommend where you should get your motorcycle's license. Just come in, talk to us. Talk to me in service. Talk to Ryan in service. Talk to Parts. Talk to Indian. Talk to PDI. I want to talk to you. I want to inspire you. I want you to get with the person that's going to give you the perfect ride. I want you to get with the person that's going to build you your ride. I want the person that's going to accessorize your ride.
Yeah, man.
And at the end of it, Ryan and we're going to make sure that you have the best service possible.
Yes, sir.
And that's for your kids, that's for your family, and everyone you want to recommend. But I want you to bring your kids in. Give us an opportunity to get excited about something, to be truly passionate about something, and to be in a community where, it's fun and it seems like something that's at the end of a rainbow. But this community is going to push you forever. It's not going to stop halfway. It's not going to stop, midway through your journey. We are not going to stop. We are going to build our community, and we are going to make you the best person you can be. The rest is up to you. And I'd like Adrian to finish this off, and I appreciate the opportunity to be in here.
I want to add something to that real quick. And I think all of us feel pretty much the same about this. I know I do, especially when I was a service advisor. We don't expect you to buy something every time you come through the door.
No.
We just want you to leave with more information than you came in the door with.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And as long as you leave with more information than you came in with, whether because you're wanting to buy or whether you're wanting to come and service a machine, as long as you leave with more information, then we did our job to help educate you, because we've done the research. We've been in the business. We've seen it all. And that's what we're here for. Utilize us to help you make your next move.
Just because you don't buy here does not mean that you're not family here.
No.
And
We
just
welcome everyone.
Not mentioning the next purchase or getting your kids started, but man, if you want to take care of what you invested in, let us help you. I've answered so many phone calls of a guy just calling and going, "Hey, dude, what do you think about this?" And I'm just like, "Yeah."
Is my oil supposed to be milky?
No. It's not.
No.
My chain's supposed to be black?
Or hey, service. Hey, Ryan, what do you, should I get a service now? No, you're not ready. I mean, we're not going to steer you wrong, And I think that a lot of that comes from not only in our own mentality of trying to take care of customers, but a lot of that comes from ownership, from leadership. We're not going to steer people wrong. We are in a dealership. We're in a setting that we service a lot of customers. A lot of customers come to us from Corpus, from the Valley, from up north, Austin, San Antonio area, Dallas area, Corpus, all of that area. And they come to us for a reason. They come to us because they trust us. They know what we're about. We're about customers, I've had customers come in and call me and say, yeah, this competitive dealer is going to charge me XYZ. And I'm looking at them going, well, what's the problem? What is it? Oh, it's this. Let's start here, Let's start here and then go to worst case scenario. But a lot of us have been in the industry so long, and a lot of us have, from ownership and management, gone, and decided to go, what's your true problem? Like, what is really going on? Like, let us help you out. Our experiences here at the dealership are bar none. You got somebody that's been in the industry for, 120 years. Landon, how long have you been?
I started working on covered wagons.
15 plus.
15 plus. Nick,
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, 10
Adrian,
years.
10.
you got these guys that you can just go up to and be like, hey, dude, I have a 2013 636. What should I do?
We could talk for hours.
Dude, yeah, you can talk for hours.
Those conversations
my-
that go.
My wife
They go,
always,
yeah, they go and go and
Yep.
go and go. But
my wife always tells me that I'm nosy. Every time I see a motorcycle in the parking lot, I'm like staring at it. Yeah, chain needs to be adjusted and cleaned. Abnormal wear on the tires. Oh, there's keys in the ignition.
No way.
Well, we walk into the HEB, and there's a Honda in the parking lot, and it has the keys in the
Well,
ignition.
Honda.
Is it CBR 1000?
Yeah.
Was it K-Bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know whose bike it was, but I knew if he worked this close to Woodcycle Country, I was like, all right, he's got to know us. So I walk inside and I ask for a manager. I say, hey, look, I don't know whose bike this is, but the keys are in the ignition. Somebody's going to take it for a joyride. Please find the owner to this bike. Turns out it was one of our customers. And didn't he call or something and say?
Yeah.
He called and thanked us because I turned the keys in, but I'm nosy. I mean, I'm going to study your bike if I see it somewhere. And it's
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
because we want to help, Your chain needs to be replaced. I'm going to tell you. I'm like, bro, you need to address that.
most of the time when we have a conversation with the customer, it's not just because we're trying to sell something.
It's an
there's
honest
so many-
conversation.
There's so many other places
It's education.
out there that are like, no, dude, you need to have this.
Yeah.
No, you need to do this. You need to have this. Landon, there's so many places out there that are just gimme, 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 gimme. Forget the customer.
We're just here to help.
I can't tell you how many times a customer comes through and we're giving away knowledge. We're giving away experience.
Free.
We give you the option.
We give you the option.
We're not asking you to spend money with us. We're asking
we
you
want to know what you
to
want.
give us a
I
moment
mean,
to understand and
We-
to
we
see
want
what
you to
we
be-
have to give.
We want you to be safe so that you continue coming to us.
Absolutely.
And you want your kids to come to us.
Yeah.
And you want your next bike to be through us because we can tell you the right things.
And we care.
And what cares for you. And that starts with, for me, that started with ownership. It always has.
Absolutely.
It started with ownership and then management. I've been lucky enough to be involved in the management aspect. But it comes from caring.
You know, the biggest thing behind that is the fact that, like, sometimes customers come in and they think they know, hey, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And then we take that extra time to, like, one, share the enthusiasm and basically get them dialed in on what they actually need. Not so much just like,
Yes, sir.
hey, I just want this. Well, this is also going to help back behind this, and this. You know what I mean? Like, just on anything. But
Absolutely. You got a guy that comes in thinking that he knows what he wants. But through our experience, we can go, nah, man,
It's not what you need.
you want this? I get it. But really, you need A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And our customers, hopefully they appreciate that. Hopefully we get the point across that we're not here to screw people around because we're really not. We're here to help customers. We're here to help them make the best decision that they can. And we're here to have fun with it too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree. There's
I mean,
a,
our goal
have
is to
fun.
ride with you on the street and or make sure that you
Dude,
can
when
tend to
I
your
pull up
crops.
and there's a bike there and it has the wood sticker,
Yeah.
I'm like, deuces, like, yo, what's
Game
up,
over.
dude? I mean, that's what it's about, right? I mean, you know
All
that.
day. Yeah.
You know that. I mean,
it's a community thing, man.
it's about the it's
It
about
is.
the customer. man.
Absolutely.
We, I think we care when it comes down to it. We care. We're genuine.
Yes,
we're
sir.
honest. We're transparent.
Yes, sir.
And those are some of the values that I think have been instilled in us from the Woods family. And probably, I think some of those are some core values that we probably had growing up in life.
Yes, sir.
The right,
That's
the
what
wrong.
attracted us.
Shout out
You
to my
know.
parents for raising a good
There
guy.
you go. Shout out Roland's parents there.
Yeah.
But guys, to kind of close up our first podcast here, first night, I just want to thank everybody that was here to join. Ryan, Nick, Roland, Landon. Is really good to go ahead and share some of the experiences with y'all, get some background of who is actually Woods Cycle Country.
Yes, sir.
We'll be doing this in the future. You'll get to see some different faces here on the table, and we're really going to go in depth and kind of get you some behind the scenes of who you're coming in to see. It's not just Ryan, your service manager. No, you're going to know Ryan's got some kids. He's a father. He's taken some leaps of faith, some challenges. Landon came from San Angelo. This is a way different area than what he knows.
West Texas.
West
boy.
Texas.
Yeehaw!
You know, so there's a lot that you don't know about us here at Woods Cycle
I
Country.
love West
and
Texas.
what we want to try to go ahead and do with this is just kind of
Roses.
just share with you. That's what we're all about here, is sharing our knowledge, sharing what we know, and bringing anybody and everybody into this community just to help it grow. That's what we're all here for. So we look forward to seeing you for our next episode that we have coming up in the next week. And of course, always, if you want to follow us, we're on Woods Cycle Country online, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We all have our personal pages as well too. We'll make sure to go ahead and include all of our personal emails, all of our personal socials within this video at the bottom in the comments section. So if you want to follow any of us, highly recommend you do. All of our pages are going to be vastly different, and we all have different levels of knowledge and enthusiasm that we can share with you. But we'll go ahead and close out the night here. Thank you again for sharing the night with us, and
Ryan's-
we'll look forward to seeing
Ryan's looking
y'all
for
again.
Ryan's looking for a liquor sponsor too. So if
Yeah,
anybody,
once again, if you know a liquor sponsor, help Ryan
Que te
out.
lo hocico,
and if
güey.
anybody wants, if there's anything that you would like to hear from us, send us a message. Let us know.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Technical parts or sales related.
yeah.
Give us some information. Give us some time to get you your answer.
Help me
And
help
next
you.
podcast, we're going to give you everything you want, every
Yeah.
answer you ask for. We're going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Until next time, guys.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
Peace.
That's fucking rad.
How many of them are still out there sitting at the table?
Probably just Caleb.
I don't know. I thought they left an hour.